Good morning, my dear students. How are you? I hope you will be fine. Our chapter number 7 is going on, which is magnetic effects of electric current. Okay. In this chapter, yesterday we studied solenoid and a magnetic field at axis point of solenoid. Okay. Today we compare current carrying solenoid and a bar magnet. Okay, so today topic is comparison of the behavior of bar magnet and current carrying solenoid. Okay, what is the similarity and what is the difference between the behavior of bar magnet and current carrying solenoid? This is we discussed. Okay, if we hang a bar magnet freely, suppose this is a bar magnet and this is north pole of this and this is south pole of this bar magnet. If we hang this bar magnet freely to a rigid base, then in this situation the north pole, this north pole is situated in north direction. Okay, and this south pole in uh, situated in south direction. Similarly, if we have a solenoid and this solenoid if this solenoid hangs according to this bar magnet freely, then in this situation one end of this solenoid is situated in north side and another end of this solenoid is situated in south side. Okay, so we can say the current carrying solenoid normally behaves like a bar magnet. Okay, and we can say both end of solenoid like as north and south poles of a bar magnet, but some difference are present between the current carrying solenoid and a bar magnet. First is, suppose this is a solenoid, current carrying solenoid. Okay, and this is a copper wire which is wounded over this solenoid like this, and current I, this current I flowing through this. Then we know that if current flowing through this wire, then in this situation a magnetic field will be produced inside the current carrying solenoid. In this situation, the magnetic force lines here, direction of a magnetic field according to right hand palm rule, if the direction of current is in the direction of folding finger, then direction of thumb represent the direction of a magnetic field. Here the direction of current in this direction, so this direction is represent the magnetic field, so this direction be vector. Okay, here the magnetic force lines inside a solenoid are parallel like this. Inside the solenoid are parallel like this. This is the direction of a magnetic field. Okay, but in a bar magnet, this is a bar magnet, this n pole and this s poles, north and south pole. In bar magnet, the magnetic force lines are in a circular form, it means curved form like this. This is axis. Okay, direction of this south to north in internal, then this is curved form like this, not parallel to each other. These are in curved form in, or we can say circular form. Okay, this is one difference between bar magnet and current carrying solenoid. Another one is magnetic field outside the solenoid is negligible. Magnetic field outside the solenoid, or we can say ideal solenoid is negligible. We can say B vector is equals to approximately equals to 0. But magnetic field in a bar magnet is along to the length of a bar magnet, and it's different at different points. It different at means magnetic field at outer side of this bar magnet exists, and at different points the value of this magnetic field is different. Okay, this is the comparison of the behavior of bar magnet and current carrying solenoid. Some are similarity and some are difference. Okay, now our next topic is toroid. Next topic is toroid. What is toroid? Toroid is similar as a solenoid, but this is a long length solenoid which is band, and its band both ends made joint together. Then this type of arrangement is called toroid. Okay, then we can say that if a long solenoid is bent and its both ends made joint together, then this arrangement is called toroid. In another form, we can say if copper wire is bounded, over a circular ring, then this type of arrangement is called solenoid. Okay, now we represent the diagram of the solenoid. It's like that. This is a circular ring. Okay, this is a circular ring of radius small r. The radius of this ring is small r. This is the axis of this circular ring. Now a copper wire which is wounded over this circular ring in this way. The plane of each turn perpendicular to the axis of this solenoid. Okay, this is the solenoid and current I flowing through this. Then in this situation magnetic field will be produced. Okay, this is the definition of toroid. Now magnetic field. Next topic is magnetic field on the axis of toroid. Axis of a toroid. For this derivation, suppose we have a toroid of radius small r. This is smaller radius toroid, and in this toroid, number of turns in per unit length is small n, and the current flowing through this toroid is capital I. Then in this situation, total number of here and the length of this toroid is equals to circumference of this circular ring. Then in this situation the total length of this ring is equals to circumference of circular ring, which is equals to 2 pi r. It means this is the length of this solenoid. Okay, now we know that number of turns in per unit length are small n. Then total number of turns in total length is equals to 2 pi r into n. This is the total number of turns in a total length. Now if I current flowing through each turn, then in this situation total current flowing in toroid, which is denoted by summation I, is equals to total number of turns multiply current flowing through one turn, then 2 pi r into n into I. This equation represents the total current which is flowing through this toroid and which is represented by summation I. Okay, now According to Ampere's law, we find magnetic field at the axis point of the toroid. Now from Ampere's law, Ampere's law, Ampere's law, according to this law, the line integral of magnetic field for a closed path is equal to the product of a algebraic sum of total currents which is passing through the closed path and permeability of vacuum. It means closed integral b vector dot dl vector is equals to mu naught summation I. Okay, if we remove dot product, then closed integral b dl cos of theta is equals to mu naught summation I. Here, B vector direction of magnetic field is along to the direction of a line element. So in this situation, theta is equals to 0 degree. So cos 0 is equals to 1. And summation I is equals to 2 pi r into n into I. Okay. So put these values in above equation, and here magnetic field remains same at every point. So B closed integral dl is equals to mu naught into 2 pi r into n into I. Since value of closed integral dl which is equals to L and L is equals to circumference of this toroid, circumference of this circular ring. If radius of this ring is small r, then in this situation circumference of this circular ring is 2 pi r. Then put the value of a closed integral dl is equals to 2 pi r. So b into 2 pi r is equals to mu naught into 2 pi r into n into I. Okay, 2 pi r to 2 pi r cancel out. Then in this situation, B is equals to mu naught n I. This equation represents the magnetic field at axial point, at axis of the toroid. And we can see that yesterday we find magnetic field at axis of a toroid which is equals to B is equals to mu naught n I. Here we can see that magnetic field at axis of toroid and solenoid are equal to each other. Okay. In another form, if total number of turn in toroid are capital N, then in this situation, number of turns in per unit length small n is equals to total number of turns upon total length of toroid, which is equals to circumference of this toroid, which equals to 2 pi r. So small n is equals to capital N upon 2 pi r. Put this value in this equation, then we get magnetic field at axis B is equals to mu naught n I upon 2 pi r. This is the another form of a magnetic field at axis of this toroid. According to this equation, we can say that magnetic field at axis of toroid is depends on number of turns. This is a number of per unit length, and this is total number of turns in a toroid. Okay, so this magnetic field is depend on number of turn and current in toroid. Okay, this is the magnetic field. Now we write for medium. Okay, so Bm, m for medium, is equals to mu naught replaced by mu. So Bm is equals to mu n upon 2 pi r into I. Bm is equals to mu n upon 2 pi r into I. And we know that relative permeability mu r is equals to permeability in medium upon permeability in vacuum. From this equation, mu is equals to mu naught mu r. So put the value of mu in this equation, then Bm is equals to mu naught mu r capital N upon 2 pi r into I. Okay, in another form, Bm is equals to mu naught mu r small n into I. This is the another form for medium, and this is the another form for medium. Okay, this is toroid. A very important thing in this toroid note, which is magnetic field in current carrying toroid is only inside the toroid. It means in this toroid the magnetic field only exists inside, means internal part, but outside the toroid magnetic field will be zero, and at this point B vector is equals to 0. This is the important thing for you, and this is useful for our numerical equations, we use directly. Okay, again repeat, magnetic field in current carrying toroid is only inside it. Outside the toroid magnetic field, the value of magnetic field will be 0. Okay, this is your chapter 7, and chapter 7 has been finished. Okay, if you have any doubts about this chapter in a theoretical part or in numerical part, then you will discuss about your problem in comment box. And if you like this video, then like it and maximally share it for all students. Okay, thank you.